Hello everybody, ABPU here. Today I'm going to be looking at a YouTuber named Blunty. He made a video called My Little Brony Hater, and I saw this a while back, and I've always wanted to make a video on it. So today I'm doing exactly that. Let's get started.
Hello again, I am Blunty, and I am a brony, amongst other things. I'm a fan of a lot of cartoons, actually, but the fanship of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic in particular tend to call themselves bronies. I'm not really a hardcore brony, whatever the hell that means. I guess I don't make music montages on YouTube out of clips from My Little Pony. I don't do fan art. I don't write fanfic. Actually, I do fan art. I've done one sketch, one idle, scrawly sketch of Pinkie Pie as a Green Lantern. But there is one thing about bronies and brony haters in particular that I just don't grok.
I wonder what that would be. I hope you have some original thoughts and criticisms, even though you probably don't. But let's hear it anyway.
Now, you see, with My Little Pony Friendship is Magic,
No.
there is an unusually large anti-fanship, which blows my mind. It's just people out there who actively hate the show and actively hate fans of the show and go out of their way, here on YouTube for example, to find videos about My Little Pony, to find videos by fans of the show, go there, click on the video, and then go to the comment section and then leave hateful bullshit remarks, calling them names, questioning their sexuality, and mocking them in endless, unimaginative ways.
Oh yeah, I forgot. The only reason that anybody has ever disliked a brony is because they watch My Little Pony. Yep, makes sense. Except it doesn't, and that's stupid to think. But to be fair, there are anti-bronies out there who will hate you for this reason. But then again, that's anyone. For anything. Because you can't have an original opinion on the internet without it being criticized. So stop complaining about it, because everyone's getting the same amount of shit. The only difference is you guys are constantly complaining about it. But there's a difference between constructive criticism and just flat out hate. So stop just compiling everything into one massive shitstorm and then calling it one thing, because it's just bullshit.
For example, maybe you're just not that into South Park. You don't like it, you don't think it's funny. Do you rush out on the internet and find every South Park forum and video and post and blog about it and tell them how stupid they are for liking a cartoon that you don't like? No, you don't, because that would be stupid.
Sure, but people who like South Park don't go out and make videos about why people who don't like South Park should like South Park. So it's not really the same thing. And when people who don't like South Park give their opinions on South Park, the people who do like South Park don't freak out and call them haters. Do you see the difference? So what do you have to say about that, Blunty? Oh, that's nice.
I've had people come to my own videos about My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, and I've made like, I don't know, 3 or 4 of them. They come there with the sole purpose of leaving a shitty comment. The title has My Little Pony written in it. You know it's about My Little Pony. The thumbnail has got a My Little Pony on it.
Okay, and the thing about that is that you don't even know how to correctly make a title. I mean, it sounds like, what it sounds like is you're ranting against bronies. That's what the title sounds like you're doing. But in fact, you're doing the complete opposite. And not only that, why are you complaining that anti-bronies are watching it? Obviously, you would want them to see it. Otherwise, it's just gossip and a pointless video.
And yet you still come to that video just to say that you don't like My Little Pony.
Dude, they're giving you their opinion. I mean,
I've even had people unsubscribe. I didn't know you were a brony. Unsubscribe!
oh yeah, we have a name for those type of people. They're called assholes.
And it's really particular. to My Little Pony. Because if you're a fan of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, you don't see this kind of stuff. If you're a fan of Ultimate Spider-Man, you don't see this kind of stuff. If you're a fan of SpongeBob, you don't see this kind of stuff. It is particular to the My Little Pony fanship.
No, it's not. Who keeps saying this? That is so retarded. Anyone will hate you for anything, no matter what it is. It's not particular to your little group of people. You're not some oppressed group. Everyone deals with this every time they go on the internet.
If you read a lot of the hater comments, you'll see that a common thread throughout them is, "You like a show for little girls. You're a grown person who loves a show made for little girls." You don't see that in Transformers, for example. If I made a video about Transformers, you would see no one in the comment section going, "You like a show made for little kids, and little boys in particular. You like a show made to sell toys to kids."
That's because it's not made for little girls, idiot. And why does it matter what the argument is for it? Isn't the point that, like, everyone's getting shit no matter what? And Transformers fans do get shit, mostly because the movies are shit. Well, at least the sequels. But I'm not going too deep into that. Fuck Transformers.
Is it because it is for little girls?
I mean, some people who claim to be anti-bronies make that statement that they hate bronies because they watch a show for little girls. I don't necessarily agree with them on really anything when it comes to this subject, but why do you care?
So it's either sexism...
Whoa, what? How did you work that in there, you slippery fat bastard?
Is it homophobia?
Where has this video gone? What happened?
So you have to think that all the haters out there who are mocking it like this are either just being dickbags for the sake of being dickbags, in which case, get a life, or they are wildly sexist, in which case, come on, we're not in 1940 anymore. Is it homophobia? Is your basic problem that your sense of sexual identity is threatened because someone else likes a cartoon that is on the effeminate side of the gender scale?
Nobody thinks their manhood is threatened because of bronies. And what are you doing here? Where did you go? What happened? You were talking about bronies, and then you started talking about sexism and homophobia. Stay on the topic.
You've got some thinking to do and some consideration to wander your mind through. Why are you threatened by that? A closet case self-loather, perhaps? Maybe you've got some issues to work out there. Maybe, once again, we're just wandering back to, maybe you're just an enormous dickwagon.
Okay, so where has this video gone? Well, let's see. It's boiled down to, we are sick in the head and we are jerks. That's pretty much what it's boiled down to. Bronies. Yeah.
And if you question any of the haters out there on this ridiculous behavior, this idiotic, inexcusable, illogical behavior, they might come back and say, well, I don't hate on all the fanship, I just come to these videos to make fun of the cloppers.
I mean, yeah, is that not a valid criticism? I mean, and when they do say that, you guys come out and say this shit.
That's not exclusive to My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. Every single fanship out there, whether it be cartoon or live action or movie or whatever, there is that element because some people are just kind of twisted that way.
Yes, people know that there's tons of other weird porn out there. But they choose to make fun of you because they think that's the weirdest out of the bunch. So what? Why do you care? And this is what's interesting about this whole brony thing, is that they don't want to be told what they can and can't watch, and yet at the same time they want to tell people what they can and can't hate. They say, don't hate My Little Pony and this shit. But here's the thing, it doesn't fucking work like that. That's contradictory. And before I go on, I just want to make this clear. Because if I don't, I'm going to have a bunch of fuckboys in the comments tearing my ass apart. Obviously, not everyone who calls themselves a brony is like this. I'm just giving a very general view of it from my perspective, what I see in the brony fandom. And what I see is this Blunty shit.
It's not something I can identify with, and not something that makes sense to me. It's not something I get off on. But do I go mock these people for this being their fetish? No.
Okay, so why should some people be barred from criticism then, just because you say so? I mean, that's stupid. Everyone should be able to take criticism no matter who they are.
And again, I'm going to leave you with this little nugget of information, this little droplet of wisdom. It's okay if someone out there likes a cartoon that you don't like.
It's okay if someone doesn't like a cartoon that you do like. Stop complaining. Every fucking fandom gets this shit. The only difference between you and them is that you guys fucking complain about it.
I mean, you know, before the internet, how did this happen? You walk up to someone in a toy store, you're a grown-up and you're in the girls' aisle looking at Barbies, I don't know. You're a fag! No, that just doesn't happen.
Actually, before the internet, stuff like that probably did happen. Because back then, homosexuality was hated. So, not really a good argument from you.
Because the internet is a place where people feel free to be complete cockhammers to each other. And that's not okay. It's not. It's just not a thing that you should be doing if you want to be a decent human being.
The internet doesn't accurately represent how someone would conduct themselves in society. And you know what? You're right. People do feel like they need to be dickheads on the internet. But why do you care? Once again, why do you care what other people think?
I'm not saying you need to agree with everybody. I'm just saying if there's something out there that you don't like, that you get annoyed by, avoid it.
Okay, so I don't really know how I feel on the whole bronies are shoving My Little Pony down our throats. In the sense of, like, if you start a fresh YouTube channel, you don't have any watched videos or anything, you have no history, and if you go to watch, say, one My Little Pony video, just one My Little Pony video, your recommendations will be filled with this My Little Pony shit. And that at the same time, that's just YouTube. And YouTube will do that for any type of video. But again, in the sense of when you're talking to somebody, for example, and they bring up, hey, I like watching My Little Pony, I'm a brony, I feel like they say that just to get a response out of you. Because if you think about it, you don't really, so let's say if I'm talking to somebody, I just, like, out of nowhere just bring up, hey, I like watching Transformers. I don't just do that unless somebody asks me if I like watching Transformers. And on websites like 4chan and Reddit, I don't use these websites, but just as an example, there is, like, bronies, like, spamming this pony shit in completely unrelated areas. And if I remember correctly, I don't remember which one, but one of them, 4chan or Reddit, has a whole brony section to themselves, but the bronies still decide to spill this shit in other places. So I guess I would say, when it comes to the whole bronies are shoving My Little Pony down our throats, I would say I'm leaning towards the anti-bronies perspective.
So bronies, perfectly harmless, brony haters, cockhammers, bored little people who desperately need a hobby.
Yep, this guy's figured it out. I love how he only sees like the two extremes. Like there's no in between. So bronies, just every single brony is just completely harmless, and every single anti-brony just complete dickhead. It makes sense now. You know what? I get it.
Thanks for watching. I am Blunty, and I will catch you next time.
My final thoughts. It's not good. It's not he didn't bring up any good points. And I love these videos that are like this. People try to do like anti-brony rants, and it's always bronies do nothing wrong. They have done nothing wrong, and anti-bronies are just completely in the wrong, just complete dickheads, every single one of them. And it's shit, it's just complete shit. And that's one of the things that I really don't like about bronies, is that they do this shit, and it's stupid. But anyway, that's the end of this video. If you liked, give it a like. If you didn't like it, fuck off. I don't know what to say about you. And finally, subscribe to this channel. This channel is a collaboration between me and 2 other groups, and hopefully we'll be getting out videos weekly, at least. This video alone took me a couple days to make, so hopefully we'll be able to get these videos out to you guys on a timely manner. So that's it. Fuck out of here.